Welcome to Wholesale Hardknocks. This podcast was created by me and Daryll squatting up together and doing badass shit. And we want y'all to do the same. So most importantly, squat up in the comments and do deals together. And then like the video, subscribe to the channels. Yo, Daryll, take them away, big dog.
It's about community building. Join the community, reach out, squat up, join the campfire, baby.
Join the campfire, baby.
Fucking campfire. Damn, I don't know if I was allowed to curse that early. My bad. But yo, we're in episode.
Yo, hold on. Talk about that really quick.
What's
you can't curse right in the beginning of a YouTube video. Is this the thing?
Yeah, bro. And our intro has been you cursing up a storm the first 30 seconds for the past couple weeks.
We still getting views though. Shit.
We getting views, but I ain't getting paid, bro. We're not getting paid, dog.
Wait, so how much time do you got to take until you can start cursing? Daryll got lost in the Matrix. So we will start. Listen, today, welcome back to Wholesale Hardknocks, by the way. If this is your first time in Wholesale Hardknocks, be prepared for an episode today. Me and Daryll pour into y'all every single week as much value as we possibly can, just to give back for all the people that poured into us. But you got me, Mike Gomes. You got my boy, Daryll Ellison here. We both do a ton of real estate deals, do a ton of coaching, and just all the things to get you guys as better as real estate investors as possible. But today, what we're going to go over is relationships. This is something that a lot of people do not talk about in this industry. You'll hear a lot of people talking about like, hey, what strategy do I use? Cold calling, texting, bandit signs, dispo wholesaling, like buy and holds, Airbnbs, like all the different strategies, right? But nobody really talks about how you are to steward and nurture relationships. And I'll tell you, there has never been a deal that I've ever done. Actually, I've owned multiple businesses, right? And there's never been a dollar that I made in any of my businesses that I made without the help of another person. So, Daryl's got to fix some stuff. He's got some technical difficulties going on. But what we're going to talk about is how me and Daryll steward all the relationships in our life and in our business in order for us to succeed. Because like I said, there's never been a time in my life and in Daryl's life, we were just talking about this, that we have ever made money before without the help of another person. Literally, I've never done a real estate transaction before all by myself. Think about this. There's so many different things that go into a real estate transaction. There's the marketing. You got to generate a lead. There's a follow-up. You got to follow up with the lead. You got to close the lead, right? You got to go find a buyer. You got to go run title. You got to go raise money. You got to go do this, all these different things. There's no way that you can wear every single hat. And if you are, you might do a deal every freaking 3 years, right? So there's no need to. We utilize the help of other people, but not only just in business, but we do this in life. Like we try to figure out how we can lift ourselves to the highest potential that we could possibly be and serve our purpose through the help of other people. And we try to be as much as go-givers and helpers as us ourselves. So I'm gonna go over some things, right? I was taught this by my pastor. Shout out to Pastor Roberson. This is my guy. He taught me something the other week, and he was like, Mike, there's 3 different types of people in your life. He's like, this is just in life in general, not like specific to business or anything, but I'm going to go into how we correlate it to business. So there's 3 different types of people, okay? There's your confidants, okay? Your confidants are your people, like your ride or die people. Like Daryll is one of my confidants. Me and Daryll don't, like, when we talk, we're not just talking about business and everything like that. We're talking about like life shit, like stuff that we're going through in our family lives and our relationship lives, like just in general in our spiritual lives, like every single thing that you can think of that we go in depth with. We trust each other with that information, right? And we feel it's a comfortable environment to have those types of conversations. Not only that, but these are your people that you like unconditionally love. So like when my business is down and out or something like that, Daryll still loves me, vice versa. When his business is down and out, I still love Daryll. When he's down and he's having a bad day, I still love Daryll, vice versa. Like it's unconditional love. You love these people. These are your ride or die people, like to the end. Confidants. So I want you guys to write this down. The first group is confidants. These are your ride or dies. These are the people that you love, okay, and that love you back. The second is your constituents, okay? Your constituents are the people who are for the things that you are for, okay? So if we relate this to business, these are like your JV partners, right? And maybe your private money lenders, like they're for doing business with you, right? They're for doing the same things that you're trying to do. You're trying to get real estate deals. You're trying to make money, right? You're trying to maybe serve a cause. You're trying to help out people in foreclosure or something. You guys are for the things together, okay? So those are your constituents. The third thing is your comrades. And these people are the people that are against the things that you are against. So what that means is like, hey, let's just say there's like some, and I'm not political or anything like that, but let's just say there's some stupid tax bill or something like that you guys are both against, and you guys are like, the government stinks, right? Like, that's something that you guys are both against. Okay. So you guys are against that thing and you guys collab on something. Maybe you guys do some sort of like campaign or something against that. So there's that. The last two are people that could sometimes leave. Like it's something that you can't have an emotional attachment to, right? Your constituents, the people that are for the things that you are for, maybe they go do a deal with another person, or maybe they go, if they're your private money lender, they lend on another deal and they don't lend on yours. Like it doesn't matter. These are people that can kind of come and go. Same thing with your comrades. They kind of come and go. Once the purpose is served, they kind of come and go. There's no attachment to it. But your confidants, the first people, that's like if those people leave, then there's a problem. There's some alarms that should be going off. So now that we have like the basis point of like all these relationships that we steward, that we nurture, that we take care of, now we got to figure out when it comes to like just wholesaling in general and just real estate in general, building a real estate business, how do you take these three different types of relationships and steward them so that you can serve the purpose in your business as to the highest capability that you can serve it? Okay, so there's some people here. As far as the confidants, right? The people that you unconditionally love, you need these people in business, right? Like I need to be able to just have a conversation with somebody like Daryll that gets where I'm coming from, that gets that I'm going through this in my business and that in my business, and he loves me unconditionally, whether I'm crushing it, doing millions of dollars, or whether I'm down here and I just lost my whole business. Like you need those people that you can love on and that you can trust no matter what, because this entrepreneurship stuff gets lonely. Like this is a lonely game. You're on an island. You're on an island when the fires are coming in, like when all these things are happening and you are the last line of defense, right? When you're having title issues, or you're having a buyer that's about to back out, or you're having like some problems with partnerships or whatever, you're the last line of defense. When things are going wrong in your business, you are the last line of defense, and you have to take ownership of that, and you have to take that to heart, right? But with that being said, we're human. So we got to have people that we can talk to about these things, okay? And that can relate with these things. So we got to have homies. We got to have homies that we can collab with, and that we can like hop on a Zoom with, or that we can go out to lunch with, and we can just like kind of let back and let go, and that we could talk about anything. Like sometimes You might be going through something that has nothing to do with the business that is essentially affecting your business, right? Because everything going on in your life might be affecting what's going on in your business. So if you're having like relationship issues or whatever type of issues going on in your life, that you're going to bring that back to your business, whether you subconsciously know it or you don't know it, like, right? That's going to happen. It's going to be affected. So you're going to want somebody to talk to. So it's important to have homies around you and people around you that unconditionally love you, that you always talk to, that you can reach out to whenever, that you can just have conversations with and vent and just be yourself. Or maybe you don't even have to vent. Maybe it's just like, dude, I just need a break for today. I just need a break for today. Let's go hang out. Let's go, go golfing or something like that. Whatever y'all do, right? Like, let's just go sit back, chill, and just love on each other, right? You need those people to hang out with. You need those people to come up with. Those are the people in your business that are going to help you get through the really good times and the really bad times. Okay. Now, if we go to the second group of people that I was talking about, the constituents, these can be people like all of your vendors that you use. So here's where I think number one, we all kind of agree. Like what that means. You got to have your homies. You got to have people that you can just hang out with. You got to have people that you can just vent with. You got to have people that you can just be your complete full self with. And I'm never saying that you change who you are as a person with all these other people, but like you have more in-depth conversations with the people that you unconditionally love, right? So the second group of people, and this is what a lot of people do not talk about, is the vendors that you build relationships with, especially in the beginning of your years in business and in real estate in general. You want to steward these vendors, right? And what do I mean by vendors? I mean like people that are like your attorneys or your title companies or your JV partners or your buyers, right? Or your team members, right? These are your team members. These are all the people that you build relationships with on a day-to-day basis, that you're doing business with, right? What did I say in the beginning? Your constituents are the people that are for the things that you are for. So let's just talk about like title companies or attorneys. You guys are both for the same thing. You're for getting real estate transactions done, right? Same thing with like realtors. You want to steward those relationships. You want to steward relationships with JV partners. You want to steward relationships with your teammates. You want to nurture these relationships as much as possible, because these are the people that you are going to war with. You are for the thing. You are for the same things. Okay. And this is like a lot of people do not talk about this. When you go on YouTube, you're looking to like get into wholesaling, or you're looking to get into buy and holds or some sort of real estate, right? You'll hear a lot of people talking about the strategy. Here's how you do Airbnbs. Here's how you do, wholesaling. Here's how you do dispo wholesaling. Here's how you do direct to seller. Here's how you talk to sellers, all these things, which is definitely important. We got to know that. And me and Daryll teach that as well. But not a lot of people talk about the relationships, like how the foundation is built. The foundation is built through relationships, like 100%. I've never done a deal before by myself. I've never been the one to cold call the lead and generate the lead, and then follow up with the lead, and then close the lead, and then bring the lead to title, and then run the title myself, and then find the buyer, and then I've never done every single little piece of the transaction ever. I've always had other people involved. And what I didn't realize in the beginning is that I was pretty much building the foundation of all the constituent relationships in my business. Like I now have a really good relationship with, especially in my local market, with the title company that I use, my attorneys, right? And I have a really good relationship. We literally, they sent me like a crazy big package from Omaha Steaks for Christmas. It's like a $300-$400 thing of just like steaks and all these high class meats that they sent me. Like that's a relationship that I steward, that, you know, we both respect each other. We both understand that we're trying to grow each other, and we're both for a cause. We're both trying to get real estate deals, and we're both trying to help people. Right. So we both steward those relationships. So let's think about this. Let's name all these. And if you guys are in the chat, name some type of vendors that you guys think it would be important to build a relationship with in real estate. So we went over attorneys and title companies, right? This is important. These are people that are going to get the transactions done for you. Actually, your attorneys are probably going to give you more information than any mentor is going to give you. Daryll, what up, bro?
Oh, bro. My bad, bro. My internet was acting crazy. I had to change locations.
You're good, dog. So I was just going over, and me and Daryll were talking about this earlier, the different types of relationships. So just in life in general, how there's different types of relationships. There's your ride or dies, right? And we don't have to go in depth because I kind of just went in depth with everyone else, but and we already talked about it. But there's your ride or dies, okay? Then, which is your confidants. Then there's your constituents, which are the people that are for the things that you are for, okay? Then there's your comrades, the people that are against the things that you're against, okay?
I love it.
So we're going over all that. So the first thing that after I broke those three things down, I then went over the first thing in business in general. And
hey, time out, bro. Let me not. Sorry to cut you off, bro. This is totally off topic, but okay. You got your soundboard ready, bro. You got the sauce ready.
Yeah, boy.
You remember last week when we were in here and Liban said he was leaving because he had a deal. He had an appointment that he locked up. Well, we were on our podcast yesterday, Think Big podcast, and Liban said in the chat that he just got paid from that deal that he locked up on Wholesale Hardknocks yesterday. So
hold on, shout out. That's got to be the fastest wholesale deal I ever heard.
Nah, for real, bro. For real.
I love it, Liban. Let's go, bro. That's what this is about. That is what this is about. Let's go.
I mean, it sounds like we should get Liban up here for the next hot seat, bro. If he's down.
If he's for that.
If he's down. Yeah.
If he's for that.
Liban, if you're still in the chat, let us know, bro.
If you're in the chat, let us know. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get on here for the hot seat.
Let's go. Let's go, man. But yeah, I was super proud of that, bro. That was dope. Even though he wasn't like physically on here to make the call, but like he was watching Wholesale Hardknocks, went and made a call, came back, did the deal, got paid in like 3 days. Right? Where else can you get paid in 3 days on a deal?
So good.
Shout out to Liban. He dropped the 1 too, so it looks like we got Liban in our next wholesale hot seat.
Everybody else listening, y'all asleep. Y'all asleep. Yo, do you know that like Evan's life changed that day when we went over the hot seat? Do you know that like in the beginning when we had hot seats, when we first started Wholesale Hardknocks, that lives were changed? Like people literally live different lives.
Completely different lives.
I live a different life because of yo, I'm dead ass.
Facts.
We literally broke down Evan's business and I was like, holy crap, there's some things in Evan's business that's going on in my business, and I'm not even taking the advice of myself.
Yep.
And I immediately went back and implemented the advice that I gave, and we've had a shit ton of traction the past like 2 weeks.
Bro, and that's why, again, this is why if we want to bring it back to relationships, right? This is why relationships are so important. What would you categorize as a group of person, bro, with somebody who just tells you, like somebody like us, right? Where they come into our hot seat, somebody comes to us for a hot seat, we tell them exactly like it is.
That's your constituent, bro.
Okay.
So I broke down your confidants, right? So as we went over, there's a 3 different type of people. There's a confidants, there's a constituent, your comrades. Your confidants are your day ones. Your constituents are the people that are for the things that you are for, and your comrades are the people that are against the things that you are against. Again, my pastor taught me all this stuff, and he's a gangster. Roberson, Pastor Roberson, that's my guy. Shout out to Pastor Roberson. But
shout out to Pastor Roberson.
So all these people, right? We went over the first one while you were gone, like broke it down in business, and I broke down how important it is to have somebody like yourself, Daryll, that I can talk to, that I can go hang out with, that I can go to lunch with, that I can hop on a Zoom with, that I can just be my full authentic self with. And we can unconditionally love each other. And like, no matter what happens, like we're always here for each other, no matter if you're crushing it in business or you're, having a bad day, or you're just having a bad month, or you're going through some things in a relationship. Like, you need those people that you can always go to. And it's important. Or else, if you don't have, here's why it's important to nurture all the 3 categories, this like with the same amount of effort, is because if you don't have the confidence in your life, you're not going to be able to pour it into your constituents.
Facts.
And every single person in your life plays a role. Like, you need these people in your life. So I went over how that's important. Now, your constituents, right? I was going over vendors. I was going over like, hey, these are people like your title companies. I was explaining how I have a relationship with my attorney who literally sent me like a big ass thing from Omaha Steaks for Christmas. Like, we have a good relationship together. So
nice.
we get things done together. You know what I mean? Those people are important, and you want to nurture those relationships. But to your question, somebody that you look up to as a mentor, they can end up being your constituent, right? They are your constituent. Okay. They're for the things that you're for. They're trying to get you better. There's a goal here. There's a goal. Hey, if I am Daryl's mentor, the goal is I'm for like getting more real estate deals done for Daryll, whether it's for my personal business or just in general. I'm trying to help more people. There's a bunch of different things that we're for, and we're trying to help each other. Now, here's the cool thing, though. Sometimes your constituents level up to your confidants. You know what I mean? Sometimes, so it's important to understand where these people are at in your life at the moment. That way you give them the ability to level up. So let's just say you have a constituent. Let's just say you have a JV partner that is your homie, and you guys are doing a couple of deals together. Then you guys are like, cool. Yeah, let's kind of split ways and let's go do other businesses. Like, let's go do our own businesses. And then you guys end up being homies together. And then you guys are like blood brothers. Like, that can happen. But
for sure,
you know what I mean? Vice versa. They can go up and down. But yeah, I would say like your mentors, that's pretty much that's one of your vendors, bro. Like, these are the vendors. These are the people that you're going to for the things that you are for. Like, to serve your purpose. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, bro.
So what I was asking in the chat is, let's drop some things in the chat. Let's drop some relationships in the chat that you guys think we might need from just in real estate in general. I already went over one, attorneys. And the reason why I was going over attorneys, why this is so important, is because your attorneys are actually probably going to give you more information than your mentors will.
Facts.
Like, literally, if you have the right relationship with your attorney, they will teach you more than your mentors will.
Especially if your mentor is in not in the same area as you, right? Your attorney, usually that's what I noticed, right? Like, because we have a lot of my mentors, they give me the broad answer, right? And it may not be the same in different markets, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have an attorney that's local to you, they can give you that sauce that's local to you as well, right? That information that is local to your market, because everything is different in every market. So it's important to have an attorney on your team. What about wholesalers, bro? What about other wholesalers?
That's important. That's so good. Like, bro, you're going to think about all the things that you can get from other wholesalers. These are your JV partners. These are people that can find buyers for you, that can run comps for you, that can send you leads. Talk about that. Let's talk about, actually, before. Let's go over like 5 different key relationships that you steward in your business. Okay, let's go over attorneys really quick. What are some things that you have used with title companies and attorneys to make sure that you guys like keep that bond together?
Well, for attorneys,
Yep.
I actually haven't done much of that. That's something that I need to work on. I really don't have really good relationships with attorneys, which I should. I mean, I have one attorney, but I actually fell off with him. I haven't spoken to him in a little while. But one thing I was doing with him was to keep that relationship was I would always bring in business. I would if I was somebody asked me about an attorney or what title company to use in that market, I would always say him, right? Say his name and tell him that I sent you, right? And what that does is that's like, okay, this guy cares, right? He's actually sending people my way, sending business my way, even if I don't do business with him, right? I've helped him make money and he's going to like me more, and that builds that relationship, But I've done a bad job of nurturing that relationship and continuing to follow up.
Yeah, 100%. I love it. Yeah, I can think of like so many times that I've referred people to my attorney, right? And here's what I realized. I was doing this way too much. I was doing it with good intention. I'm like, oh, I want to pour into this guy. I want this guy to be my guy. I want to be at the top of his list. Because when you start, right? This is very interesting. When you have an attorney or a title company that you're working with, you got to realize that they have like hundreds of transactions that they're doing a month. Okay.
Yep.
And you want to be a priority. So how are they going to make you a priority? One, obviously, if you're doing a lot of business with them, if you're doing deals with them, but 2, if you're sending them a lot of clients as well, they're going to value because your mouth is going to bring them a ton of business. Not just your business is going to bring them business, but your mouth, what you like, the people that you refer is going to bring in a lot of business to them. So, one thing that I was doing in the beginning is I was referring everybody, because up here in Mass, there aren't too many attorneys. So these attorneys, I mean, there aren't too many attorneys that do creative finance. Okay. So it was hard to find people that do creative finance. So I found one, right? And then everybody and their mother, since everybody knows that I do creative finance, especially in this area where not too many people do it like they do in other parts of the country, they're like, Mike, who's your attorney that you're doing novations with, that you're doing sub-twos with, and all these things, right? And I'm like, here, it's her. Here, go to them. And they're overwhelmed with a bunch of business.
Yep.
But not all business is good business, because what would happen is knucklehead wholesalers that didn't know what the heck they were doing would come to my attorney and say, hey, I have this lead. I don't know what to do with it. Can you help me with it? Can you do this transaction? And they would be wasting a lot of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to have a conversation with them, and I was like, all right, what I'm going to do from now on, before I ever refer somebody to you guys, I'm going to let them know up front that, hey, I don't mind referring you to my attorney, but just know if you're going to bring them business, just make sure that it's valid, and that a valid person has looked at the underwriting, and that it's an actual good deal, or that you have a buyer. Just make sure that you're bringing them good business, because at the end of the day, a lot of new wholesalers really won't understand that an attorney, like, they're paid by the hour, and they're paid well by the hour. So
they're paid by the second, bro.
Exactly. When they take 15 minutes to answer your email or something like that, or go over or hop on the phone with you, like, that's a lot of money.
Right. I've had an attorney bill me like $300 per email, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. And that's another thing. Once you start building a relationship with them and you get billed for every little email, you'll see it when they send you the invoice. It'll say 10 minutes for looking up this, 5 minutes for sending out the email, 3 minutes for a quick phone call conversation.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy, but it's important, bro, because they'll have your back. Like, there's times where we're in a crunch, especially when we're into creative finance, where we're stopping foreclosures and all these things, and we need stuff done quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have anybody, if you're just going based off of like I'm going to Google somebody and say, hey, title company in Boston, Massachusetts, and you just randomly call a title company or an attorney up here. We're an attorney state. You randomly call an attorney out of the blue and you need something done in the next 10 days. What is the likelihood of them pushing your file forward? You know what I mean?
Not likely at all.
Exactly. So what we're getting at here is, of all these relationships that we're talking about, they're your foundation. So you're building your foundation of all your vendors. These are people that you're going to be able to reach out to when you have a deal that needs to get closed in 10 days. Right?
Yep.
Let's go. What was the other thing that you said? Other wholesalers, right?
Other wholesalers.
Cool. You're the king of this, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, other wholesalers is such a cheat code, right?
Ooh, this is really good. Before you go, we have two different sides of it. You have other wholesalers that you have stewarded relationships because of your JV business. I have wholesalers that I've connected with who sell a lot of my deals.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was gonna say. So even and there's another side of it too, because we both have relationships with wholesalers who also sell us deals too.
Yeah.
Right. So as a buyer, right, as a investor, it's important to have an army of wholesalers who are working for you, right? So the theme of this week, well, not even the theme, but a message that's been reoccurring this week has been clone yourself, right? To clone, you need to clone yourself. You need to be able to clone yourself and have a bunch of little Mike G's running around here doing things that
I don't want that.
it's just causing problems, right? Right. So once you do that and you have wholesalers, newer wholesalers, older wholesalers that are going after deals for you, whether you're just buying deals, whether it's creative and they're bringing you leads, they're bringing you their dead leads, right? I built a whole business on strictly JV without any money, right? Because I know how to close and I know how to talk to people. So relationships with other wholesalers can change your life in this business. It's so much fun with other people. Like when you guys are in these chats, you should be connecting with each other, talking to each other, building relationships. Connecting with us means shit, right? You need to connect with each other and have an army of wholesalers that are doing business with you and for you, right? Because everybody eats, everybody helps each other. If you have a wholesaler who, and I seen Lebon said it in the chat, he said if you're new, a closer, right? So like that's another wholesaler. So like if you're having trouble and you're newer, you reach out to somebody who has had more success and they can help you out. And if you as a wholesaler who has had success, you turn around and you reach back and you bring people with you, you'll forever have people who are bringing you deals, bringing you leads, bringing you problems that you can help solve.
So good, bro. You said something really good on your Instagram today.
What'd I say?
You talked about how you tried to sell a deal before. I think it was a land deal. And when you sold it, you put it on Facebook or something like that, marketplace, and you had a lot of wholesalers contact you. This is like one of your first deals.
Yep.
So Daryll, right? He has one of his first deals. He lists it on Facebook Marketplace, and he ends up getting a lot of contacts from wholesalers talking about JV. And in the beginning, Daryll was like, JV, what the heck is that, bro? Like JV, hell no, dog.
Hell no.
My whole entire, I want my whole commission, bro. I want my whole assignment fee, right? Not knowing that it's like, holy crap, I just missed out on an opportunity to build a relationship with somebody. And who knows? For me, bro, if I dispo a property by myself, I won't get as big an assignment fee as if I let somebody else dispo.
Facts, bro. Yo, like real talk, the person that I was talking about in that video, bro, that was 2 years ago. No lie to you. 2 years ago, she helped me get my second deal ever. Bro, we just closed another deal last week.
Crazy.
A $20,000 assignment. She got 8,000. I got 8,000, and another wholesaler got 4. Like it took me. I had that property under contract for a minute, and I could not find a buyer. Right, I reached out to her. She found a buyer. Right, just like you were saying, bro. We have different we have our superpowers. Right, our superpower is talking to sellers. So if you want to focus on that, find another wholesaler who has another superpower who you guys can merge together and become the fucking Avengers in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. you guys are for the same thing. You guys are for doing business together. You know what I mean? You guys are for getting deals to the finish line. So like Daryl does a lot of or he started his business by doing a lot of JV. So he would have other wholesalers bring him leads, and Daryl would close the leads, right? So that's a relationship in itself. The people that are generating the leads for you, like how do you steward that relationship?
Being loud, bro. Being extremely loud, letting people know what you do. And on the flip side too, right? If you're that JV partner who is just sending me leads, that's a great relationship for you to have too, right? Whether if you like, I have a lot of people who they don't even want to know how to talk to sellers. They don't even want to talk to sellers. Their superpower is they know how to generate leads. So they send me every lead that they generate, and a couple times a month, like they get a random call from me saying, "Hey, we got a new contract," where they get 30% of the deal. It's completely passive. You know what I mean? So that I wanted to hit on that part, but like how you find those relationships and build those relationships is you be extremely loud. One, right? Everybody needs to know exactly what you're doing, who you are, and when you do it, right? And how good you are. And then once they submit a lead to you, once they trust you to take the deal to the finish line, you need to execute, right? And you need to not only execute, but you need to make it a super smooth process for them. So that way when they think of, they have a hot lead and they don't know what to do with it, they straight think of you first, right? Because your systems are in place, your processes are in place. They're not left in the dark when they're trying to get updates on their deals, on their leads and everything like that. So one thing is, the first thing to attract them is to be loud, be super loud and tell everybody what you're doing. And then to keep the JV partners is, one, you need to execute, and two, you need to put the systems in place on how exactly to communicate with everybody, right? Communication is everything. I actually made a video on this exact topic, how I built my JV business with zero money out of my pocket. So if you go to my YouTube page, you'll see it on there in the videos. But I went really into depth on how I built my JV business from scratch and how you can do it as well with no money. So go watch that. We don't got to talk about that too much today.
Go in that YouTube vault and check out that video, because that
Facts. What about one we were talking about today, bro? We were talking about agents, me and you on the phone.
Bro, agents are killer, especially if you're doing novation agreements. I'm gonna just touch on novation agreements really quick, because I have a fix and flip business, but like it's not a full-fledged business that's doing multiple flips a month. Like maybe we're doing 5 flips a year. You know what I mean? So, and it's my girlfriend who sells those houses. But I have other agents in other markets that I do a lot of novations in, and they get it. They get the novation thing. They get exactly how we have to do it. And the way that we do our as-is type of novations, the realtor is like the most important part. Okay, so like bringing them opportunities, for one, is stewarding the relationship. You know what I mean? Giving them the first shot at it. So establishing the relationship to begin with. But also, as you're going through the process, like making it clear and cut of what you're looking to accomplish and how the process goes, makes it a smooth transaction every single time. And then as you keep doing it, you keep building this relationship with them. And then it's super simple. Then it's just a text message that you send them or an email that you send them. Hey, have this deal. Here's the contract. Can we do this, that, and the other and get it listed?
So good.
And these are people that are my homies too. Like we will do multiple deals together. We will have long conversations, not even just about real estate sometimes, but like these are nurturing type of relationships, because when I need a novation sold, I need a realtor on my team that is a badass who can really understand it and get it done. And a lot of people think that realtors are just like, oh, whatever, they just list houses and get paid a commission for no reason. No. No. Like, if you have a realtor that stinks,
Just say that.
dude, your deal could be screwed. Like,
For sure.
Because the realtor is the one that has the conversation with the buyers and the buyer's agent and the attorneys and all these types of things, right? They have to know that they have to know how to negotiate. They have to know how to nurture their own relationships with these other vendors and stuff so that they can get things done for you. They're also the people in the area that have access to all the vendors and stuff. Like, I'm doing I had an ovation listed in Arizona that we're taking down sub 2 instead. And the realtor is like, we built a really good relationship together. We're going to do multiple deals out that way together. But since we're converting it into a sub 2, obviously he's not getting the commission. He didn't sell it for us, but he's hooking us up with everything. He's hooking us up with the company that can furnish it. He's hooking us up with the company that can manage it. Like, all the things he's doing all that because he knows that I'm bringing him more business and that I'm a valid person that he can trust.
And maybe because you're like the third investor in Tucson.
Maybe that's it too.
No, I'm joking, but it's important, bro. So, do these realtors ever bring you deals too?
Dude, yes, that's another thing. You like as far as fix and flips in our local market, you let a realtor give you a deal. I mean, you get a deal from a realtor, you let that realtor list that property.
Facts.
Like, that's just respect.
Facts, for sure.
That's part of their business model. We had a lady on here who was a realtor in my market, Carrie. That's her.
Shout out to Carrie.
Shout out to Carrie. That's her whole entire business model. Her whole entire business model is just to connect with investors, find them deals, not really eat on the commission at first, but then eat on the back end. I think Daryl might have got a cramp or something. But yeah, so these realtors, if you are bringing them deals, they're going to bring you deals. So notice there's a theme here, right? Like, one hand washes the other. If I'm bringing my attorneys all this business and I'm taking care of the relationship, they're going to take care of me. If I'm bringing a dispo wholesaler a bunch of deals to dispo, they're going to make sure that I get the highest number for my property and that it's an easy transaction and that we have a good split, right? Like, all these things. So, like, the dispo wholesalers, to go back to that, I nurture those relationships so much that I would rather just have maybe one or two dispo wholesalers that I use, that I keep bringing business to, because then we're able to have a better split. You know what I mean? Dude, if I'm bringing you 4 deals a month, like, we're not splitting this 50-50 anymore. I'm giving you all my stuff. You know what I mean? We're going to have to work that out. And it's a mutual respect. You know what I mean? So what I was saying is, as you were cramping up.
Bro, that shit was bad, bro.
Went on a run today?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, man.
That's that Arizona heat.
It's not even cold, bro. I'm hot. I'm just dehydrated right now. It's no good. My whoop's yelling at me, bro.
Yo, it'd be like that. Yo, guys, if you guys don't know, Daryl is on his way. What is it? 6 months? You want to drop 30 pounds?
6 months, 30 pounds, and a visible 6-pack. So I'm one. Yeah, I was 200 when I made that goal. I'm now 194. Actually 193. And that was like a week ago. So yeah, I got 30 more pounds to go. When I came to Arizona, I was 240, Mike.
Damn, bro.
240, bro. OD.
Damn. Yeah. Tell the people really quick what you have done in order to lose all that weight.
I just running.
Yeah.
Running, and I was doing a lot of calorie deficit. So the first thing I did was track how much food I was actually eating on a daily basis. Right. I want like a week to track, see how many calories I was actually eating on a daily basis. And then when I decided I wanted to lose weight, I literally cut that number in half. So I was eating like 2,500 calories. I don't know, maybe like 2,700 calories a day when I was a fat ass. and now I'm eating 1,600 calories a day.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, mixed with intermittent fasting, so I only eat like during certain windows of the day. And it's all been helping out, man. Now I'm working on getting tone, right? Because I shout out to Logan Manzanares. He gave me a master class a few weeks ago, last week actually, on just everything, right? On everything fitness. And I learned because when I lost a lot of that weight, I lost a lot of muscle, right? And that's not what we want. That's because I wasn't eating enough protein, right? So now I got eating enough protein. Now I'm going to lose fat and not muscle. So I'm excited, man.
Daryl's gonna be freaking shredded for the summertime. Y'all better
shredded,
watch
bro.
out. Y'all better keep your girls inside. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like Daryl with a 6-pack. Hold on now.
Facts. It's gonna be different, bro. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
Listen,
but I wanted to hit on that again though. Real quick, right? Like when we talk about relationships, right? And realtors in general. So you were talking about on the aspect of realtors selling deals for us, right? You know what's so freaking cool about that, Mike? A wholesaler, hot boy summer for real. Well, a wholesaler, right? When you dispo with the wholesaler, like you were saying, Mike, they're gonna want 50% of that deal. Yep. What does a real estate agent want for bringing a buyer to the table?
They want that commission.
How much is commission usually, bro, for finding a buyer?
Like 5%, not even.
Yeah, we've been paying like 3%.
Bro, so dude, holy crap. Here's how powerful what you're about to say. I have this deal that I bought. It was an absolute like shit show.
Mm-hmm.
We have this property under contract in Massachusetts, which is unheard of, for $33,000. Like, bro, the average home here costs like $450,000.
Damn.
So I'm like, dude, hell yeah, we're gonna be able to sell this thing ASAP.
Right.
Bro, we reach out to all the dispo wholesalers in the area, all the buyers in the area. We got crickets. Okay.
Damn.
Ain't nothing. So it comes down to like 10 days before close, and we still not have found a buyer. And I'm like, oh man, this is in the middle of the hood. Like I'm talking about it's the trenches, bro. It's like the worst part of Mass that you'll ever see. Like it's
were you prepared to close on it?
Yeah, dog. So that's 10 days in. I'm like, okay, we have a property here that only needs like $20,000 in repairs. The ARV really is like $100,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No. I think it was like $120,000.
Okay.
And we have it under contract at $33,000. It's in the worst part of the area, and it's also 2 hours away from me. I should not be buying this house, but I have it at such a good number, so I'm just going to do it anyway.
Right.
Plus, I want to take care of my seller. I told my seller that we would close, so I'm closing on the deal. I'm a man of my word. Okay. So we close on the property. The day that we closed, or the day before, something like that, I saw a property that was listed. Same exact house, like 3 doors down, listed by an agent in the pretty much same condition as my property's in. And I reach out to them. I'm like, hey, I have this property that I'm buying. We're hoping to get it off market. Do you happen to have any buyers from the property that you're selling over here down the street? Maybe that wasn't a good fit for that property, or maybe they just didn't get the bid or whatever, because I saw the property go under agreement. And she's like, yeah, maybe I'll see. Mm-hmm. So a week goes by, and I contact her again, and she's like, yeah, why don't you just let me list the property? And I'm like, I don't really want you to list the property. I just want you to find me a buyer. But then I was just like, screw it. I was like, screw it. We got to list it anyways. You know the market. We signed the listing agreement, and a day later, she has a buyer without listing the property.
Damn, bro.
So buyer at $79,000.
That is tough. That's tough. And how much does she want?
She just wanted her 5%.
That's it. So dope, bro. I love it. Yo.
But now here's the cool thing. That's my shout out to Indra. She's a gangster.
That's a relationship now.
Yeah.
That's not the only deal y'all are gonna do together.
No, hell no. Like she's great.
She
helped us out through the whole entire transaction and everything. I appreciate her so much, and I want to bring her more business for sure.
Bro, we have what?
Yeah. So what I was saying is like, if I had that relationship before, right? If that was a relationship that I built before, and whatever, things happen at the right time for the right reasons and stuff. But if I had that relationship before, we would have just been able to assign the deal. $33,000 to 79. We ended up trading at like 70 after a bunch of BS that happened for us buying the property, like us crapping our pants. I had heart attacks because there was like squatters in it. There was some other crazy stuff that happened. Like it was bad.
Sounds like a fun one.
But yeah, it was crazy. But anyways, if I had that relationship before, we would have just assigned the deal for $70K and made 40 something thousand bucks. Instead, or 37,000 or whatever. Instead, we ended up having to pay closing costs, having to pay a lender, having to do all the things. So instead of making 30 or 40,000 bucks, we made 14,000 bucks.
Okay. So all I call that is that's a $15,000 lesson, bro.
Yeah, I took a mentorship for like 15.
That's what that is. Yeah, we have a very similar story though, bro. We have 2 properties right now. One of the properties we've had this similar situation. It's a wrap. I've had this under contract for a little while. I ended up closing on it, and to this day, bro, I'm paying $900 a month. It's been the past 6 months. I've been paying $900 a month on this property. I'm not 6 months. I over exaggerated. It's been about 3 or 4 months where I've been paying this mortgage out of my own pocket because I ran my numbers wrong. I'm paying out of my pocket every single month, bro. And we have an agent where we actually have another deal that we just got under contract last week, a cash deal that's 5 blocks from this property, right? We have an agent who did the walkthrough, took her buyers to the property, met our seller, met the seller's agent, all that good stuff, and she ended up buying the house, right? The realtor was like, yeah, I brought some buyers, they're interested, but they're playing games. I'm buying this house. We ended up getting her under contract, right? And we also have that other property that's 5 blocks away. She's like, I want to also help you find a buyer on that one too, right? And she's like, can I list this? We're like, yeah, sure. That's yesterday, right? We gave her the permission to list it yesterday. Today, bro, no lie, we get another call, and she's like, I'm gonna just buy this one too. And she gave us an offer on that one, and the offer works. We just want a little bit more on the down payment, right? So it's great, and we're gonna do plenty more deals with this lady. Or maybe, I don't know. It depends because it's not our market, right? So depending on what comes in the pipeline, it came from a JV lead, so they're not marketing directly to it.
But that's a cool thing too, though, right? Like now I know, literally, now I know that I have this connection out there that way. In the other part of Massachusetts, I'm gonna pull a list specifically for that part of Massachusetts and tackle that area. And when people bring me opportunities, I'm gonna say yes, I can disroll that ASAP.
Yep, for sure, without a doubt, bro. 1,000%.
Yeah, bro. So all these relationships are so important, and we wanted to hammer this home because not a lot of people will talk about like the foundation of what you're building. You're building the foundation of all the relationships that your business needs and that you need in life.
Bro, why don't we, before we wrap up, why don't we do a little just rapid fire of some other relationships that we need to for a wholesale business, to have a successful wholesale business.
I love it. Let's go over some church announcements and get into it.
Let's do it.
So what do you got coming up, bro?
I just want people to continue to join my Discord, right? Because we're a little over 300 people. It's getting better and better every single day. More engagement every day. There's role plays every day. There's call calibrations in there. People helping everybody. I'm working on some big things to bring to the community and share with the community so we can just continue to grow, continue to help people out, help people accomplish their goals. See, Liban already got a contract. I'm not taking credit for that at all. But Liban goes to the Discord and he role plays just about every day, right? So getting there.
Do y'all get that? Like, hold on, bro. Really think about this. Think about Daryll in the beginning, or Mike in the beginning. I didn't know, dude. I started my business and had like 5 months of just bashing my head against the wall with nobody to do anything with, nobody to role play, nobody to teach me how to do sales or anything like that. And literally, you can get into Daryl's Discord for free in role play with other people that are getting deals. Liban is in there getting deals. He's literally getting sellers under contract. When I first started the business, I thought that getting contracts was like fake. I thought it was fake. But you literally have an opportunity to get in the same rooms as people getting contracts and giving them them giving you the understanding of how they're doing that.
1,000%. Bro, we also added real quick when we get into your announcements, we also just added a virtual office in the Discord as well. So if you know, cause I know, just like Mike said, right, when I first got started, I would pray for to be around like-minded people doing the same things, you know. And once I was able to get into that room with other people, that virtual office with other people, making calls together, stealing stuff from each other, helping each other out, using each other's lines, giving each other feedback, all that good stuff, right? You're only going to get better because you're in that campfire. So join the Discord. Make sure you guys jump in that virtual office. Make sure you jump into the role plays and continue to crush it. Mike, what you got, bro?
So good. Get in that Discord. Same thing, bro. The Facebook group. You know what I need? I need y'all to get in the Facebook group, and we're at 80 something people. Nice. I probably need somewhere between like 10 and 20 people here by the end of the week. I put on my goals that 100 people are going to be in the Facebook group by the end of the week. So the link to
real talk, bro. Let me cut you off, bro. Real talk. Mike puts out so much value. He gives out so much value on a daily basis. If you go to his YouTube, you will see that this dude works hard at putting out value for others. And it's not for him, right? He already knows the shit that he's putting out there, right? He's putting it out there to help others. He's not getting paid for this. This is strictly because Mike is a great dude and wants to put out value to the earth, right? He wants to put out value to the world, you know, and that's what he's doing. So make sure you guys support Mike. Not only just join his Facebook group, but tell 10 friends, invite 10 friends to join his Facebook group as well, and make that shit pop. Let's get that shit over 100 before the week's over.
Word. That's one thing that I haven't been talking about a lot of. Appreciate that, but I haven't been talking about a lot of inviting other people. And I think you did a really good job with that with the Discord. Like, there's people probably watching it right now that are in the Facebook group, right? If you're in my Facebook group, our Facebook group, I should say, please invite your like-minded people. Don't invite any boneheads that are going to screw up the damn. Christine was in the Zoom. The Zoom was great. Zoom was so dope. We went for like 3 hours. I did a Zoom for the Facebook group this week. Went for 3 hours.
This guy doesn't know how to chill, bro.
Dude, it was fire.
You don't know how to chill, bro.
Dude, not only was my brain melting, but everybody else's brain was melting too. It was dope. But I have done a poor job of having people invite their homies. So I want other like-minded people to come in. I don't want any boneheads, so don't invite any boneheads. Invite your cool peoples.
Yeah,
the link to both to his Discord, Daryl's Discord, and the Blueprint Facebook group is in the description in both me and Daryl's pages for this video. So you can hit those links. Now, Daryll, let's get into like a really quick rifle. Like what do we got? What type of relationship do you need in your business?
So we said realtors, we said wholesalers, we said attorneys. Did we specify what attorneys? What type of attorneys?
That's a good thing. There's a bunch of different types of attorneys. So for those of you, this actually used to wreck my brain, bro. I remember it hurt my soul, bro. This hurt my soul. I remember, you know how every market has their Facebook groups?
Yeah.
Right. So there's Massachusetts Facebook groups, New England Facebook groups, whatever. And I'm asking, right? I'm just brand new. I think I get my first contract and I go in there and I'm like, hey, because I'm learning on YouTube and everybody's talking about, hey, once you get it under contract, you bring it to a title company. So I type in the Massachusetts Facebook group, hey, does anybody know of a title company in Massachusetts that I can use? And they're like,
choose your ass up.
What you're talking about? We're not even a title company state. We only use attorneys, saying all these things. And I'm like, bro, I had no idea. So for those of you who are new, there's two different types of states. There's an attorney state and a title company state. Attorney states run their real estate transactions through attorneys, and title company states run their real estate transactions through title companies. So they're two separate things, two completely different things. The attorneys are licensed attorneys. They go to the board and they get their license and all these types of things, right? Title companies are different. So
Levon says, is it important to have a relationship with title companies?
hell yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, bro. Because especially when you're doing creative finance. We have this lady in AZ that we're working with, and she is great, bro. She has helped us out so much. And like, dude, she's one that's gonna get you the creative deal to the finish line.
Yep. Not all title companies are made equally. Some title companies don't even work with wholesalers. So it's important to.
There's title companies in Massachusetts that don't even know what. Never mind creative finance. They don't even know what the heck wholesaling is.
Exactly. Yeah, and they think it's illegal, and they'll blow your deal up. So that's why it's important to build these relationships with these title companies. Your first call to a title company. Nah, let me not say that. But when you have a deal and you're calling these title companies and vetting them, you should be figuring out, one, do they work with investors? Do they work with wholesalers? And do they know creative finance? Because this deal that you have right now may not be a creative deal, or it may not be a cash deal, it may be creative. You'll eventually need to work with them again in the future, especially if they're a good title company, right? Because one thing about title companies is there's more deals and transactions going on than there are title companies, right? So you have to understand that most title companies are shit. Once you realize you have a good title company who's not as shitty as the other ones, keep them.
You bring them flowers, dog.
You make sure you perform on your deals. You make sure you don't waste their damn time, right? Like title companies, for sure, you want to have a great relationship with them.
Love it. Christine
said probate attorneys. They deal with families fighting over assets every single day. That is facts. Probate attorneys are super. You can actually make a business. You can actually start a whole business with strictly probate attorneys, right? Probate attorneys who they get these leads, these families fighting over assets, and what's the first thing that they do? The first thing is that they direct them to a real estate agent, right? Now, what if you got into this attorney's back pocket and they started referring you instead of these real estate agents, right? Because not real estate agents can't take every house. They can't sell every house, especially the shitty ones. So probate attorneys for sure.
All these different types of attorneys. Divorce attorneys, because you're going to run into leads that need help with the divorce. All these different types of people. Yeah. All the different types of attorneys that you can think of. I love it. Another one I can think of is transaction coordinators.
Yep.
What else you got?
Buyers. Cash buyers.
Ooh,
the biggest one, bro. The biggest one, bro.
This is a really good one. Here, you know what's funny? After the past like 3 years, where buyers were like so hungry and they would buy any and every deal. Okay. It is the most important now to steward those buyer relationships because, dude, what are you going to do when you have a deal under contract and the numbers are super, super tight?
Yep.
Is the buyer that you haven't talked to, are they going to buy it from you? Or the buyer that has bought multiple deals from you that you have done multiple business with, are they going to take care of you on that deal?
Exactly.
So here's what happened, bro. I've seen this in multiple wholesale businesses. A lot of people use this model, and it's a good model to make a lot of money, but it shoots you in the foot for the future. So during the time where the market was so hot and we were in a seller's market, okay, all these wholesalers, all they would do is they would get a property under contract, and then they would just say, hey, highest and best by Friday. I'm having a showing on Thursday.
Yep.
Okay. And they would just take highest and best out of everything that blasted on Facebook and do all the things. And they would essentially just make it like a scarcity type of thing, which is a good strategy. You need to use a strategy in order to like bump up your assignment fee for sure. But what happened is they disregarded the relationships with the key buyers. So now all these boneheads that were buying properties at bad prices for the last 3 years stopped buying. Now the only people left are the valid buyers. But these valid buyers are the people that you have been putting your cold shoulder to, and you haven't been giving them deals for the past 3 years because you wanted highest and best. And now when it comes time for you to sell a deal where the numbers are tight, it's crickets.
Yep.
But if you had nurtured that relationship over the past 3 years and the market was hot and you still took care of them and you're like, hey, yeah, you know what? I probably could get a $20,000 assignment fee on this one, but I'll settle for 17 because I know I'm going to do multiple deals with this guy. Rather than, hey, this guy is the guy at 20 is just a new investor who, is going to do one fix and flip every 2 years. I'd rather have the guy buy it for 17 that does multiple deals a year that I know is going to perform on every single one of my deals that I bring in.
All day, bro. Yo, I need to shut my eyes, bro, and get off of this laptop. This is episode 41, bro.
Episode 41.
Yo, that means 41 weeks straight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many weeks are in a year?
Dude, I watched
it's like 52.
Did I tell you this week? I watched our very first episode. I don't think I told you this. If you guys are watching, go back to our very first episode. I don't know why it popped up on my YouTube feed. And it was like Wholesale Hardknocks episode 1. And I tuned into it. And here's what I said. I was like, yo, Daryll, you could tell we were just like brand new with this thing. Had no idea what the heck is going on, right? And then I said, yo, Daryll, watch, bro. We're going to stay consistent with this thing.
Yep.
And in 6 to 12 months, our lives will be completely different.
Bro.
Like we will, I literally said this word for word. Word for word, I was like, our lives will be completely different in 6 months. And Daryll was like, that's a fact, bro. He's like, that's a fact, bro. And literally, like, we're in completely different places.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. We need to clip that. We need to clip that, right? And put that on we need to make like a collage once we do some more badass shit. Let's wait till like a year, right? Let's do like a year. We should do a year anniversary, a 1 year Wholesale Hardknocks anniversary episode live in person. That's lit. Live in person, where we put together like a clip of like how our lives actually changed over the year, and we play that shit, bro. Let's do it. I shouldn't have gave all the sauce out, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do that.
Well, there's gonna be more sauce.
We're gonna make it happen, bro. Yo,
I love it.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in for 41 straight weeks. We're gonna keep going for 41 more years. Continue to tune in, subscribe to both of our channels, like these videos for us, and join our communities, right? Join the Facebook, join the Discord, and continue to connect and do deals and keep being awesome. Mike, you got anything for us before we wrap it up?
No, sir. We out. We appreciate y'all getting in our communities, getting the Facebook community, getting the Discord community, because people are in there getting deals done. And we out.
Yes, sir.